Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both Facebook and YouTube. Are you making your food plan more difficult than it has to be? And you know, when you make it more difficult, you set up that resistance because it's like, oh, I gotta buy all this food. I gotta prep all this food. I gotta track all this food. I gotta bring all this food to work with me. Then I have to come home and do this dinner. And this woman keeps telling me to buy these glass jars, these little glass jars to put stuff in. Are you waking up in the morning and throwing together everything that you need haphazardly when if you took an hour to prep in those silly little glass bowls, that you'd have the food that you need for your work week or your whatever week or for your lunches or dinners that have a lot of busy surrounding them? You know, sometimes if we take that time to do that prep, it's not more complicated. It's actually taken care of that way. I think that's how I came to fall into it. And if you're not a creature of habit, I think some people have written here that they, day by day, they can't eat the same thing day after day after day. So I guess maybe that's the blessing that, like, I don't mind having the same thing for lunch for my 4 or 5 day work week because it's easy. It's a no-brainer. I just make it, and I love what it is, so maybe that helps too. And then it just plops into the food bag, the food bag, like I'm a horse in the feedlot, to go to work. And so it's done, and I don't have to think about it, and I don't make it complicated. Sometimes, I'd like to add something new into the whole, regimen of what I make. And so that's kind of it. If I'm not pressed for time, it's totally fun. Like, I'm going to make a chicken soup with the leftover organic chicken with just celeries, carrots, and onions. Yeah. And the last time I made it, it was delicious. And so I'll make that. And then I'm going to make that Thai curry chicken soup as well. So I'll be busy with that today. And learning a new recipe. It's always fun. And it's nice to get a new flavor in. And I'm trying to reintroduce chicken because some of you probably could identify with this. When sometimes your food plans are so stark that you have this boneless white chicken every single meal and it never varies. And so I'm learning to love all parts of the chicken. And as far as the first night goes, it's usually the thigh and the leg when I make a whole roaster. And then comes the breast part, which will be with the bones will go for the chicken soup, and then the other, a lot of the white meat will go into this Thai soup that I'm making for the first time too. So it's kind of fun, and I got the Fathead pizza coming tonight, and so it's nice to plan, and I will be shopping for the work week coming up. I know I'm having egg parm, and I have that cute little bowling ball size, small balls, the little bowling ball size piece of ham, boneless, from Whole Foods that I could probably defrost and have that going too, because that's always good for leftovers. And I usually start with the meat and then build around it. The Veggetti last week or this week was really good. Maybe I could do that again. So it's kind of thinking of things and having a little bit of guilty pleasure time, maybe scanning recipes and or maybe even my own little recipe book that I can go into and figure out some things. And initially, I know for me, initially, like maybe you're just new to Weight Watchers or you're new to low carb, high fat, initially there are complications because it's all new and it's not the norm. You might be edging towards the new norm, but it's not your regular thinking. You don't automatically default to knowing what it is that you need to do. So that takes a while adjusting. Like if you have a new job or you move to a new home or you get a new car, what are all these gadgets? Where is the emergency thing? How do I do the high beams here? Why is, you know how all that stuff goes. So allow yourself that part, but then if you can work on not making it so complicated, a couple of months down the line, get used to a schedule of where you can put your food in your tracker, and then it's kind of done. And I've often said I like to put in the bones of what I'm having, like that week in advance. And so then when I go into, say today is Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and I go into next Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, it's partially filled in already. And by then, because I've done shopping or I have leftovers or I know my freezer inventory, I'll have a good idea of like what I'm going to be cooking. And there could be a couple of things defrosting in the downstairs fridge that I know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be on the menu. So I can kind of start plugging that stuff in. And if I am having something like a ham or a turkey or a chicken, that there will be leftovers, even a pot roast, there will be leftovers. And so I can plug in the leftover nights. The pot roast becomes the beef stew. Easy, done. Not as complicated as the old me could make it, And when I make Greg his whipped Red Bliss potatoes, I make enough for 3 nights. And it saves okay in the fridge. And then I'm able to add that to the meat entree and the veggies while I'm just having, say, a salad and extra veggies with my meat. He's having the potato part. So it all works out, but try not to make your food plan complicated until you're used to it. And then, branch out. Like I said, I'm lucky because I don't mind having the same thing most every single day because I love what I eat. But, that helps. So if you're not that way and you have to have something new and exciting each day, I don't know what to tell you, except that plan it. Just put the bones of your week into your tracker so then when you go into Tuesday, it's partially filled in. For me, I know it's like I'm going to be having the organic peppers at work, good crunch food, so I can plug that in. I know I'm having my bulletproof coffee in the morning. I can plug that in. I know when I have my little desserts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I can put that in. And so it's exciting, and it's kind of fun, and it's comforting. I like that part too. It's very comforting to know what's coming up. No surprises, because that keeps me on my maintenance program. It keeps the tracker matching really what I'm eating, and I like that too. So, I hope you have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Thanks for your comments below. Bye-bye for now.